is take the green flag. Doesn't have to even finish, but take the green flag. And Ricky G is
like he'd even just take the green flag. He's taking.
well, no,
He's taking it to the checkers.
nobody.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody just takes the green flag and pulls off. That's not what I'm saying. All he has to do is start, and he has clinched the Pro 2 championship for that
cool.
young driver. So for the final time in 2022, Gary Lane is behind the wheel of that Pace vehicle.
It's hard to believe.
And bringing these boys around to take that green flag.
Scott, where did this year go?
I don't know. But I have never been so antsy for a start of a race as I have right now between these two drivers.
Oh, I know. Johnny and Troy and also Ricky.
Well, and then you throw in Mason.
Yeah.
And
if you wouldn't have that flat
he's a
tire.
loose cannon.
Yeah, if he didn't have a flat tire, he would have been up there throwing elbows with the boys.
He's a loose cannon, but I love watching that truck and how it handles. Just the weight transfer, and I tell you, he's a future star in this sport, no doubt about it, Mason McCarthy. And let's see. Green flag is out and we're underway. Last race of 2022. Green flag is out.
And a beautiful shot there from that rear camera. Looks like Holcher has that rear-facing camera on him. So they go Ricky.
3 wide down the backstretch into 2.
2 wide now. Cox is in the fight. And look at this. We have a new leader, Troy Cox. Well, you must have rubbed a little luck off on him.
Wow. He's got a whole bunch of kids right now. Pretty darn excited. Ricky Gutierrez, he over-rotates. He'll lose 2 spots, maybe 3.
And Hammer's going to put the hammer down to get by him.
Oh, when was the last time you saw Ricky G last on the track?
Gosh, when he broke.
Oh, no. Now we have one. Brock Hammer is slowing.
Oh, no. Hammer, he was really starting to do good there. And it looks like he's going to get back underway there. Oh, man. Oh, Brock, what a bummer, bud.
But Troy Cox running up front. Johnny Holter, yesterday's winner, running in second. McCarthy in third and Ricky G in fourth. But with all that going on, keep your eye on the tires, keep your eye on the suspension parts.
Whoa. Did you just see him rotate that in the air? Johnny Holter?
Yeah, he likes doing that stuff.
Remember what Kyle LeDuc would do.
So McCarthy looks like he's going a little bit wide. Now, I think this is where experience comes in. Not saying that McCarthy doesn't have it, but he doesn't have the track time, the wheel time that Ricky G has.
Oh, Ricky's been putting a lot of it in.
But man, oh man, Troy Cox. And the drone shots, oh my gosh. Absolutely outstanding job by our production crew.
They'd kill it every time.
Here's Leanne Gonzalez. She checks in not only this morning, but right now goes, go Ricky G. I believe, if I remember right, that's his cousin when she was here yesterday.
Nice.
Man, you get the feeling that Troy's got that mojo going that he's not about to be denied.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there's just something in the air. Oh, and the tire comes off.
Oh, no.
Ricky Gutierrez lost the tire. It is on its way to the right side of the facility, maybe even outside the facility, and it's going into a neighborhood.
It's getting on the 15 freeway. It's heading down the hill.
Yeah, he lost the left front. The tire is outside the park as of right now, and his day is done. Not a good way you want to end the season.
Yeah, look, there's some damage.
But here's the thing: there's no lack of action on the track, as we still have 2 trucks battling right now.
Did we lose McCarthy too? Mason, Hanmer, McCarthy. Now it's down to Troy Cox and Johnny Holter. Oh, boy. There's McCarthy.
Oh, the outs. Oh, man. Oh, man. Huge contact. Johnny Holter was on the inside. Not exactly sure what Troy Cox saw, but he climbed that left rear of Johnny Holter. And
I wonder if there's damage to those
the yellow flag.
And now there's damage to Holcher.
There's no yellow flag, so I thought it was comp yellow at first, but both those trucks pull off the track. Johnny Holcher's come to a stop. Troy Cox is headed, it looks like might be to the hot pits.
And now look at
And there's
this.
one truck on the track right now, and that's
Mason McCarthy.
Yeah, McCarthy. And this is on lap number 8. McCarthy's all by himself. There's nobody else out on the track. Ricky G's off the track with no left front hub, no wheel, no nothing. It looks like just an axle coming out. So there's the yellow. It's finally come out. You've got a safety crew going on out on the track that looks like to check on Johnny Holcher, as there was contact made coming out of the final corner between he and Troy Cox. It was fairly significant contact with Troy Cox. It looks like he's back on the track now. So I never saw Johnny get out of the truck, but the ambulance is out there on the track. It appears that the window net is still up. So you see in the backstretch, Johnny, he is still in the truck. Window net is up. I can see the flash of, or the reflection from the visor on his helmet in the sun. So right now I think they're out there for Ricky G. I see Rick, his dad's right here in front of the window talking to race control. So that was one loaded lap of action. As now it looks like, has McCarthy pulled off the track, possibly into the hot pits, as Troy Cox is the only truck on the track. Oh, I hear an engine somewhere coming out, hopefully. And it's McCarthy. So it looks like McCarthy's back out on the track. He's trying to pull in front of Troy Cox, but he's going to have to. See, I don't know if Troy's now down to one lap, so he would have to go behind McCarthy, because McCarthy went into the hot pits, come back out.
Yeah.
So that would mean that McCarthy would have to pull behind Troy Cox if he is on the lead lap, which I'm pretty sure he is.
Troy's on the lead lap, they're showing, at 5. But that was because he came out of the hot pits and do it. So I think they were both on lap 4. Let me check with timing and scoring on that one.
So we're getting reports from race control that Ricky G's being checked out. With losing that. Oh, we're back under green flag race. Is that? Green flag is back out with Troy Cox and McCarthy. The only 2 trucks remaining on the course, and if Johnny Holcher was pulled off the track a moment ago, not able to refire that truck up, so he's in the hot pits, kind of stuck there watching as a spectator at the moment. So we're just past the halfway point. And, man, this is lap 6, but lap 8, I think it was. What a crazy boatload of action all over the place.
So they're showing Troy Cox on the lead lap. They're showing McCarthy down 1 lap there. So they'll get that figured out there, but
I don't know how that could be. Because
McCarthy never left the track.
He did, but at that point he was the only car on the track.
Yeah. And then Cox came back out, so it's above our pay grade. That's what I like to say.
Man, I'm telling you, Mason's not giving it in.
Oh, no. He's a never give up, never surrender. All right, here we go. Troy Cox goes by. Mason McCarthy goes by.
I've never looked at timing and scoring before where I look at the lineup as they're on the track racing. I see one truck on the lead lap and the rest of the field at least 1 lap down. I've never seen that before. But I tell you, I guess this opens up our eyes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This is one hell of a way to end the season. But going into 2023, when Troy Cox says something, and he's got that stealth expression, that mood, if you want to call it, Black Ops kind of thing hanging around him a little bit, you better take him seriously, when he makes those kind of comments and he's feeling pretty good.
Well, 3 laps to go for Troy Cox.
And he's not letting up. He's not Sunday driving it.
No, nor is McCarthy. That kid has a lot of talent, watching him over the last couple of years. And, Troy, it's like all of a sudden this weekend there's a switch that, got turned on.
Like I said, when I talked to him just a moment ago during that pre-race interview, the difference in his driving style, his skill from earlier this season to now, completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Completely different.
Even this season at watching at Champ Off-Road, big difference there too.
It's like you can struggle, then all of a sudden you got it figured out. Oh, you got it. It's kind of like riding a bike.
Click.
You dump it, you lose it, you dump it, you lose it, and all of a sudden you find that balance point and you go, this ain't so bad. I think that's what we got with McCarthy. White flag should be coming up next time around for our leader, Troy Cox. But what a heartbreak for Johnny Holzer. Tows all the way from north of Green Bay.
Yeah,
wins yesterday.
Kills it yesterday.
And has this happen today? Again, the drones are at it. Man, oh man, what a great footage that the fans at home are getting.
Well, who's going to win the one? Who's got the best jump left at the end of this race? That's for sure.
Oh. White flags in hand, and it's waving. One more time around for our Pro 2 trucks. Good for Troy Cox. I'm sure he would have loved to have the entire field out there on that racetrack, but the lap times show that he belongs. His best lap was on lap 7 with a 49.53. Man, only one other driver was underneath the 50-second mark. There's a checkered flag. Troy Cox will take the win in the last Pro 2 race of 2023. When the man feels confident, you better damn well listen.
Yes, exactly.
Man, great job by Troy Cox. Mason McCarthy right there behind him, finishing in second. Tough break for Johnny Holzer. Couldn't get the truck refired after the incident when he pulled off the track just past turn number 1, Ricky G pulls off the track after having lost the entire left front. Got the wind knocked out of him, and I guess it comes down to the point where you lose everything that rolls that left front, and you come to such a fast stop. Yeah, that's going to knock the wind out of you, for sure. Yep. So, again, congratulations to all of our drivers in all the classes in 2022. As we're going to send Dave Arnold down trackside one more time. I think the spindle's even gone on Ricky G's truck. Let's go down now and talk to Troy Cox and Mason McCarthy in just a moment with Dave Arnold. Some very, very cool footage right there with Troy Cox and some of his family. Got to say, though, that's been a long time coming, so congratulations to that entire team. And talk about driver improvement from the start of the season just in 1 year. And one of the coolest things I saw just a moment ago is Johnny Holcher comes up on his pit bike and walks up to Troy Cox and puts his left hand on his shoulder and his right hand out, and they shake hands in mutual respect. As it was contact made that was between Troy Cox and Johnny Holcher that forced Johnny Holcher out of the race. But as they make their way up to the podium,
well, yeah, I'm just going to wait for them to stand there so I know who to give the awards to. I know Troy is about the only one who did it, got all the laps in there. Mason was second, and Johnny had to ride the bike over. It makes it easier. I don't have to reach up as high when you're on top anyways. So Johnny Holcher, what a crazy race. I don't think that we were about ready to give the award to the ambulance that went out there. We weren't sure if anybody was going to finish. So what was going on? What happened?
I don't know. The first lap was crazy. Me, Troy, Mason, Ricky, we were all battling and just made it out in a second. I was trying to catch Troy, and me and him were battling, and truck broke. So, but you know, it's racing. It's not called winning, and that's why we're all here to work hard and keep trying to get on top of the box, even when everything's against you. But I'm not sure what happened with Ricky. Hopefully, he's all okay. But yeah.
Yeah, crazy race for sure, though. I mean, your debut of the Pro 2 out here, second win one of those, so it's got to feel good there. Are we going to see you at round one, King of the Hammers, maybe?
Well, we're going to cut the whole back of the truck off now, but we're going to try our best to get out there, and if we're not in the Pro 2, we'll for sure be there in the Pro Light. So, but I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Yokohama Tires, HBI, Procar, Sparco, Impact, Renard's Cheese, 5G, and my family, my mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa, my whole crew for working so hard all weekend, Deegan, Louie, Matt, Trevor, Visser, everyone. Thank you so much.
Give it up to this young man coming all the way out from Wisconsin there, Johnny Holcher, third place. Moving on over here to Mason McCarthy. And, man, we were kind of waiting for like a repeat of yesterday, but this time you're going to have all your tires. So we're going to see 4 guys battling. And then all of a sudden, okay, Mason's left. No, where'd Mason left? Troy's left. Where'd Troy go? Now Troy's back. Mason's back. What a crazy one. You guys are the only 2 with the best junk out there to make the podium.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a crazy race. You know, trucks just kept dropping, and, you know, the truck got a front flat. Not sure what lap, but, you know, got that change, got back out on the track, we're leading, and then huge rock got stuck under the gas pedal, just wedged in there, could not get it out. So pulled it in the pits, Jake pulled it out, and got back on the track, but we were a lap down, so.
Man, last race of the year, all the craziness, hopefully it's out of the way, make 2023 a better one.
Yeah, definitely excited for 2023. Seems like it'll be a good season. You know, these trucks, we're all within like a half second of each other. You know, super competitive racing. It's definitely a lot of fun.
I can't wait to see a repeat of what we saw yesterday, the first couple laps till you got your flat, because you guys were all just banging elbows, and man, that was a race.
Yeah, it definitely was a awesome race.
Well, I know you got some people behind you, your dad and everybody that's here with you.
Yeah, you know, just big thanks to my dad. Got to thank the crew, Brian, Jake, Christian, all these guys putting a ton of work on this truck. You know, Jake with his pit stops definitely was a big part of the race this weekend. You know, 3 flats, and just got to thank my girlfriend Grace for coming out. Everyone else comes out here to support me, and Great American Short Course for putting on this event.
Mason McCarthy, everybody. Big round of applause for this talented young man. And oh my goodness, Troy, on top of the box.
Right.
Now I heard Scott interview him beforehand. You're like, I got this. You know, he's just getting cocky. He's just talking smack. You know, you think he's all bad after yesterday's. Where did that come from? Is all I got to say, because you were out there showing him some fast moves.
You know, after yesterday, you know, it was a huge confidence boost knowing that we were right there with the pack, and needing that going into this race. You know, it was either top of the box or bust. So I was going for it today for sure.
Well, it definitely worked out. You know, you guys, it was like you were the only one last on the lead lap, I think.
Yeah, that was a wild race for sure. You know, me and Ricky were together door to door through turn 1 and 2 there, and then I got by him. I don't know what happened to Ricky, but next thing you know, last turn, Holzer jumps out in front of me, and I wasn't expecting that. I saw him sliding high, so I started to duck low, and he came in, and we hit. I think that's when I lost a tire, but, you know, got to the pits, crew in there, took care of it, got us back out on the lead lap. Here we are.
Well, an awesome job, and I know you guys have people to thank for it.
Of course, all my crew, Marin Motorsports, Cole, Steve, you know, Brian, my family, my mom and dad, all my kids. Thank you guys so much. Obviously, you know, Falcon Tire's been supporting me. You know, Pro Power, LC Engineering, DJ Scheffler and I, and of course the Hell Jam family. Oh, definitely Mo for cutting the Falcon tires. He does the best job in business.
There he is, Troy Cox, but big round of applause for Johnny Holter for coming all the way out, racing with us again. Mason McCarthy with a fabulous performance out there this weekend, and Troy Cox, well, he got the monkey off his back, and he stands tall on top of the box here in Pro 2. Well, I got to say, Scott, what an incredible season of racing. A lot of drama, a lot of great racing this weekend we saw. But we're going to crown some champions later, and I know that people are going to be able to watch, but it won't be live.
Well, Dave, I got to tell you, man, it's been a pleasure working with you all season long. It's been great to see the different drivers come from all different corners of this country this season. And a lot of local guys have really stepped up their program. And I think the performance that we saw today out of Troy Cox was probably a major eye-opener to what we're going to expect from this guy coming 2023. Anything less than what we saw today would be a complete letdown. Well, you know what? On behalf of the entire Great American Short Course staff, the track crew, who did a phenomenal job, Cowboy and all his guys, the Perfect family for providing us a place to race short course here in Southern California, the fans that have come out, the fans that have watched us on the internet, thank you so much. So on behalf